Welcome to part 2 of the impact of the latest storms on the water supply in California. From the California Nevada River Forecast Center in Sacramento. Well, we know that the past 4 years of drought has resulted in the major water supply reservoirs being drawn down, in some cases to record low levels. Folsom Lake reached a record low level in the fall of 2015, bottoming out in early December at 135,561 acre-feet, or about 14% of capacity. However, it has since risen nearly 30 feet and is now holding about 258,000 acre-feet, or about 25% of capacity. If we look at the 3 major water supply reservoirs in California, including Shasta, Oroville, and Folsom, they've collectively gained about 400,000 acre-feet since early December. They're now between 1/4 and 1/3 full, or about half of what they store on average for this time of year. The black lines show where they were on December 1st, so they've come up a little bit, but there's still a lot of room in the reservoirs. This slide compares the current snowpack on the right to where we were last year at this time on the left. You can see that we're in much better shape this year. The snowfall covers a much broader area. But still, we're only slightly above average for this time of year, about 107% statewide, which was better than last year, shown on the left-hand side, at 41% of average. Now, with the near-average snowpack in place, slightly below average seasonal precipitation for this time of year, and slightly below average precipitation expected for the next week or so, and having started out with unusually dry soils from the drought, the forecast runoff for the Sacramento Basin is for about 81% of average, or 92% of the median, shown in this graphic here. We're currently located on the graphic between the purple and the green line there, shown in early January 2016, and there are a range of probabilistic projections going forward. The green line indicates the 50% exceedance, or that's most likely what's going to happen. However, it is a range, and we could see much higher than that, and we could even see much lower than that. But the 50% exceedance does show 81% of average, or 92% of the median, by the end of the water year, September 30th, 2016. Now, just to summarize, recent precipitation is slightly above normal, but since October 1st, the cumulative precipitation is actually slightly below average. The 4-year cumulative precipitation deficit is still about 1 year's worth in Northern California and about 2 years' worth in Southern California. As a result of the drought, reservoir storage is low, with the major water supply reservoirs about 1/4 to 1/3 of capacity, or about half of the average storage for this time of year. The major reservoirs in Northern California have collectively gained about 400,000 acre-feet since early December. Snowpack is a little over 100% of average for this time of year, much better than last year at this time when it was only about 40% of average. Runoff projections for the Sacramento Basin for this water year include 81% of the average, and, or another way to look at it, 92% of the median. Much more precipitation is needed to provide significant drought relief. We probably don't entirely need to make up the lost precipitation, but will likely need sustained above average precipitation for at least the next couple of years to refill reservoirs and comfortably come out of the drought.